Alrighty, we are on the final tutorial for this assignment. So hopefully you've made some beats, you've gotten some cool ideas about what this rhythm composer can do, and hopefully there's some things that maybe we haven't used yet that you're wanting to use on this rhythm composer for this final step. So let's look at it. So for step 4, you're going to make your own beats. You need to create at least 2 of your own beats. We're going to use bank B, pattern 1 and 2 for your beats. And each beat needs to be at least 32 steps and use at least 5 different sounds. Then we're going to create a pattern track down below. So let's run through those steps real quick. Here you'll be making your own beat, so I'm going to make a beat just as a demo, but this is not one where you copy my beat. You're going to actually make your own beat here. So I'm going to go kind of quick on that step, and then I'll slow down on the new stuff, right? So the first thing is make sure that you program your beats in bank B patterns 1 and 2. So switch your bank to the B position, and let's program our first one with pattern 1. Each beat needs to be 32 steps or longer, so I'm going to change this up to 32. Try and keep them in multiples of 16. I mean, you can make a beat that's like 33, but then programming it gets really weird because these are in 16 beat denominations. So I'm going to just keep it 32 for now. So let's start out by programming a good bass sound, and I actually like to have my drum machine playing while I make my beat, just so I can hear it kind of evolve, and then I can turn a beat on or off and kind of see if I like it or not. So I'm going to do that for a minute while I'm programming this, but I'm not going to keep it playing the whole tutorial because that would be annoying, right? So push the space bar. Cool. And while I'm at it, I'm going to change my tone a little bit, make it deeper. Really changes the whole flavor of your beat when you move those knobs around, right? So experiment around with that. Let's do some snares. Let's do some congas. So I'm going to do some low conga. Mid conga. And I'm going to turn them down a little bit just because I think the congas can kind of like be overbearing. I want this to be more about the kick and snare. Okay, so I'm changing the volume up there. Let's do some maracas. How about? Oops. And then for the first 16 steps, I actually want closed hi-hats. Cool. Let's do cowbell just because we can. Turn the cowbell down a little bit. Awesome, I got a beat going. Okay, so you're going to make 2 beats and make sure you're on bank B for both of those. I'm going to just kind of make a quick one here. just so I got something. Okay. So now I've got my two patterns, and then the second part of this step is create a pattern track for your TR-808 and make a 16-bar sequence. Don't get confused with steps and bars. 1 bar is equal to 16 steps, okay? So if you've got a 32-step sequence, then that would be 2 bars each, so we need 8 of them down here. Let's create a pattern track first of all. Come back to Audiotool, 2-finger tap, go to Create Pattern Track. Then you get the pattern track down below, and this is just like we did for the last assignment, so kind of stretch out so that you can see all the way to number 17. And again, if this little white thing is in the way, you can only go 1 past wherever it is. So if you need to move it, click on it and then type in a number. Double click on the little head right there, and then you can type in a number. I just put it to 17, that way I can see all the way to 17. And then I'm going to double click on my timeline there, and you can see it sets up B2 by default. I actually want to start on B1, so I'm going to switch pattern, B1, and I'm going to have B1 play a few times, and you can see how the white line matches up with 3, and again these patterns are 32 steps, so that's going to take up 2 bars just to complete 1 cycle of it, right? So kind of keep that in mind as you're stretching it across. Then I'm going to switch to B2, have that happen twice, come back, let's go back to B1, B2, and then we'll end on B1 here. And to get 16 bars, you need to go all the way to the number 17, just to kind of keep that in mind. Okay, so now I've got my pattern track. It will play those patterns in that order down below. If I push play, and when it gets to the end, we're back to silence. All right, so that completes step 4. Step 5 is submit your work. A couple things on this one when you're submitting your work. Just like before, our last Audiotool assignment, just enter your Audiotool username in Canvas so that that just lets me know, like, hey, you're done, you want me to check out your work. But also, I want you to include the name of the beat that you chose to program in step 3. So remember, in step 3, we're going to choose one of these 4. Let me know which one you chose to program, and then if you decided to do extras for extra credit, remember I'm going to give you 5 points extra credit if you did any extras of these, so you can get up to 15 points extra credit. You're welcome. But if you did that, will you also list this in here? And I'm not going to put it on the rubric, so this is just for students that watched the tutorial video and heard that I'm offering extra credit will know about that. Put in the name of the extra beats that you did also on step 3, right? So if you want the extra credit for step 3, make sure you list all of the extra beats that you made in step 3. Okay, that's it for the tutorials. Good luck with finishing up your beats. I'm excited to hear them. Email me if you have any questions at ryanc@ffchs.org.